Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CSTV. I'm your host, Kathleen Egaltoto, Madam CS, and this is The Striker. Stay tuned and have it raw and real. In The Striker today, we are going to look at Fred Okengo Matiang'i's running mate or deputy in 2027 presidential race. Already, word is outside there from very reliable sources that actually Fred Okengo Matiang'i will be a Jubilee presidential candidate in 2027. And I did do a video sometimes back here telling you why Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta did not propose the name of Fred Okengo Matiang'i for the position of a CS or a chairperson of any board when he had an handshake with Ruto. You know, we saw the likes of Mutahi Kagwe, Kafogo being nominated, all being appointed. But Fred Okengo Matiang'i, who we also all knew as Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's ally, who had served him for a long time, did not appear. And I did tell you that actually Uhuru was preserving him for the 2027 general elections. Now, my sources tell me that actually Fred Okengo Matiang'i is the Jubilee presidential candidate in 2027. However, as we have always said, politics is a game of numbers, and these numbers, honestly, you need to lay a strategy. You know, the choice of a running mate is very, very important for you to achieve these numbers. Now, the question is, if Fred Okengo Matiang'i is Jubilee's presidential candidate come 2027, who is likely to deputize Fred Okengo Matiang'i? My question comes against the background that Jeremiah Kioni was asked actually if Fred Okengo Matiang'i is the candidate. And they said they are also in talks with other people like Okiya Omtatah, Natembeya, Kalonzo Musyoka, etc. So from that response, what Jeremiah Kioni told us actually is that they are in talks with anybody who is against President Ruto. So all these other people who have reason to say they want to run for presidents, Jubilee is engaging in them. And actually, it's out of this engagement that you are going to get a deputy or a running mate for Fred Okengo Matiang'i Daktari. Now, this is going to form the basis of our discussion, and I'm going to provide names of several individuals here, and then we are going to see why they actually qualify or why they don't qualify. But before we dive into this discussion, if you are new to this channel, welcome home, karibu nyumbani. Remember to subscribe, like and share, comment on our videos, and turn on the notification bell so that the next time we will be uploading a video, YouTube will automatically notify you. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for tuning in. Kindly remember to like, share, and comment on our videos. Now, if Fred Okengo Matiang'i runs for president in this country, there are several people outside there who are being floated as presidential candidates or running mates. So, I'll start with the potential candidates, the potential running mates of Freddy Okengo Matiang'i. And then I will tell you the person I feel is going to be the most ideal person to provide a victory ticket for Fred Okengo Matiang'i. So number one, there's Natembeya. Natembeya is the former regional police commissioner in the North Rift. Is the current governor of Trans Nzoia County. And we have seen Natembeya very, very vocal in Trans Nzoia County, in Western region. And more importantly, he comes from this political party that belongs to Eugene Wamalwa. Now, while Natembeya resonates with the people in everything that he says, you know, the way he approaches things, the problems he raises, one thing disqualifies Natembeya from being Fred Okengo Matiang'i's running mate. They are from the same region, that is Western. And there's no way we will have a president and a running mate from the same region. Other regions are not going to be happy, all comfortable with it. The second candidate is Okiya Omtatah. This has been the darling of people, a former self activist human activist, like self-funded human activist. Is one person who has placed, I think, a lot of petitions against the government in this country. He's the senator of Busia County, and they did say that he would run for presidency to come 2027. However, he did not give us his political party. Now, people actually love Okiya Omtatah. But when you look at Okiya Omtatah, there are several reasons that puts him away, actually all makes him not to be the best running mate for Fred Okengo Matiang'i. Number one, regional politics. They come from the same region, that is Nyanza and Western. Number two, when you look at Okiya Omtatah, actually, he's more better when he is an activist than when he will be a deputy or a president. So I think his synergy and what he does more is actually activism. And I think if it decides to join the presidency race, it's not likely to get that support, because look at the likes of Boniface Mwangi. They were very good activists, but when they went for politics, people did not even think about them, because you are moving out of that space. Who's going to fight for us? And then, politics is a game of resources. Okiya Omtatah does not have the resources that actually warrant the campaign. And remember, the 2027 presidential campaigns are going to be the most expensive campaigns in this country. And then, another thing about Okiya Omtatah is the fact that he's not even the regional kingships from where he's coming from. The likes of Natembeya, the likes of Baba have covered him. They have swallowed him. While we know him outside here so a lot in terms of activism, back at home I feel there's very little that authority that has been granted unto him. Another candidate here is Morara Kebaso. Morara Kebaso is a former student leader at Kenyatta University, a lawyer by profession and entrepreneur, the producer of Vampire Diaries, and the founder of Inject National Political Party. He's declared his interest as a president in this country, and maybe could be considered as a running mate for somebody. But from where I stand, number one, I don't think that Morara Kebaso had the resources to bring onto the table in terms of the funding. I also don't believe that he has the masses in terms of numbers. He may be having the youths, but how many youths will actually vote for him when the real time comes? Because we also look at things to do with experience. Maybe he could start as a member of parliament or something before he thinks of the presidency or the deputy presidency. And then finally, Morara comes from Kisii. Isagusi, as Matiang'i. So there's no way we can have a president and a deputy friend from the same ethnic group. Another person is Rigathi Gachagua. He's an impeached deputy president. He's also a first-time member of parliament. He served as a member of parliament for Madera East. And right now, he doesn't have a political party. He has imposed himself as the kingpin of Mount Kenya region, and now is a very serious opposition in terms of criticizing the government. When I look at Rigathi Gachagua, if he's cleared by the court on 25th to run, he can run for a position in this country, I just still feel he's not the right person to deputize Rigathi Gachagua, Freddy Matiang'i. While he could be talking about the mountain and everything, I just feel, number one, the fact that he's an impeached deputy, there are some people who have still questions about him. Number two, he was part of the current government mess that we have. In fact, if we are to go deep well, he's the person who actually campaigned so much against Papa, so much against against Uhuru. Is one person who have been threatening people, even the public, in terms of tutakukujia, you will not enter the government, you will not do this. So his language in terms of, is even how he has this, you know, ethnic address that he keeps on talking about the mountain. So that one already tarnished his name, and I meant to understand that if he's chosen as a running mate, nobody could be, people cannot actually accept that, and therefore the ticket may have its own challenges. But I also feel like the way he's releasing the secrets of the government, no politician can trust Rigathi Gachagua to be his running mate. Another person I think can be elected or can be chosen as a running mate is Jeremiah Kioni, the current Secretary General, I think, of Jubilee. He's a very close person to Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta in terms of Jubilee Party operations. But I also feel Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta would want to retain somebody like Jeremiah Kioni in that position so that the party can continue. So he will not be selected as a deputy president. Now, when I look at all these people, the only person who is remaining is Kalonzo Musyoka. And from where I stand, Kalonzo Musyoka will make the best deputy president for Matiang'i. Number one, they don't come from the same region. So this is Eastern Kenya, that is Western Kenya. There's some aspect of regional diversity. Number two, he has a political party, so when he's coming, he's also coming with his followers. His members of parliament and his MCAs can also add value to the government of today. Number three is a seasoned, well-experienced politician. He has served as a vice president in this country, and he's been in Kenyan politics quite for so long. So in terms of experience, understanding the executive, that is thick. Then another thing is that the resources, when you compare him with these all other candidates, I think he's better placed in terms of resources than these others. So he can add something onto the table in terms of funding. Number five is the fact that Kalonzo Musyoka represents the Gema community. So if the mountain follows Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and Uhuru endorses Kalonzo as a running mate for Matiang'i, then he could have brought all the mountain forts. Then he could, that is east and west of the mountain. Then he could have brought the elections from Ukambani, and that could have added a lot to the table, and therefore winning even that ticket, that ticket getting victory could be very, very easy. Number six, Kalonzo Musyoka, in as much as people know him as a person who doesn't have much political stand, is one person, this after the 2022 general election, together with Eugene Wamalwa, who have stood their ground to condemn the government of today when it goes wrong. Baba went to the government, has formed the broad-based government, does not even talk about the hills in that whatever. Martha Karua, in as much as he's talking about the hills in the government, he decided like to step behind kidogo. So some of the people who are in opposition right now have joined the government. So Kalonzo Musyoka has been like the voice of reason and the person talking about the grievances of the people, and therefore people can be able to resonate and even relate and vote for them. So those are my opinions. From where I stand, Kalonzo Musyoka is the best running mate for Fred Okengo Matiang'i come 2027. Those are my opinions though. I don't know about yours. Kindly let me know them in the comment section below. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment on our videos. See you next time. Ciao, ciao.